Heynong Man.
What's up, jerks?
Jason Mantzoukas, our old friend, is here. Chicago!
Do a Bro Down Hoedown.
Bro Down Hoedown. New York City!
Anaheim! My goodness!
San Diego! Hey, Los Angeles! It's a forest of mic stands here. Hold on, I have to do this. Hold up. Long time Uatu the listener, first time Uatu the caller. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Yes. Thanks to Shampoodler. Catchphrase superstar. So, who here is actually here for, who is here? Who's here actually for Comic-Con? Yeah? Very small group. We found out, I think we came down here maybe 5 years ago for the first Comic-Con show, and we were thinking, everyone's gonna be from out of town. Everyone else, you're just here from San Diego, right? Yeah. Yeah, so do you guys hate the Comic-Con people who come down here? The room is divided. Who said yeah? Raise your hand if you said yeah. Cowards! Okay, I see someone back there. Why do you hate the Comic-Con people? Traffic! Can I see traffic? God, I would love to host Family Feud. Now, the other family can steal. Traffic was not up there. This family, for what reason do people hate Comic-Con? Can I see nerds? Number one answer. I love it here. It's a really great place to be. I have 2 Comic-Con stories, and I feel like I've told them on one of these episodes, but why? Who gives a shit? You guys want to hear it. There was Brian Posehn once. This is more his story, but I'll tell it. He was going down one of those big giant escalators that's in the convention center, and there were 2 people dressed as Klingons going up the up one, and they passed, and someone behind Brian said, "Talk about your Klingon ascension ceremony." Which is good joke structure. The talk about your blank structure is actually not bad. And then I had one where I went into a elevator, and there was a Barry Allen, the Flash, the fastest man alive, came into the elevator, and he was more generously proportioned, one would say. And he got off the elevator, and the nerds next to me snickered and said, "Yeah, more like the Flash as drawn by Sergio Aragonés." Which, if you know who that is, it's such a deep cut slam. Such a nerd slam. I had to appreciate it, but I didn't know who I felt more pity for. Is this an active church? Is this... Yes, really. God, I want to say every dirty word while we're here. Fart. God, are you mad at me? This is a church. I don't know if you guys listened to the live shows this summer with the tour, but we were singing "Taking Me to Church" over and over and over again. with just gibberish by the end of the tour. So this really reminds me of it. Take me to church, I'm a man and I need to go to a place called church, and you are the owner of a church, so take me. You also drive an Uber and you own a church. So it's very ironic that we're actually doing, is that a thing? Irony? That we're doing a show in a church because someone had to take you all to this church, right? All right, that is our talking to the audience portion of the show. Ooh, boy. Is there anyone interesting out there? No? All right, moving on. San Diego, are you ready to start Comedy Bang Bang? Coming to the stage, I'm trying to think of one credit. What has he done?
He's an asshole who booed me. Please welcome Jason Mantzoukas.
What's up, jerks? Let's rise up and murder Scott AUKERMAN! Hang on. That got out of hand real quick.
You escalated that too quickly.
Real quick. I wanted to end with that, but I started with it.
End with it?
And I felt like I can't back down from this.
Where did you get a wireless mic?
Yeah. That's right. I can do this if I want. Woo! Woo! Yeah!
Ooh.
I will not touch anyone. And I can move freely through the crowd. Don't try and touch me. Woo! Woo!
You are already so tired.
Oh, I'm exhausted. How we doing, everybody?
Please, let's have it be deathly quiet as he slinks back on stage.
Oh, great. There's a tall stool for me.
Have a seat, Jason.
I'm going to go on record and say I already hate the stools. Already hate the stools.
These are more comfortable than the ones we had on the tour.
They're a little bit better. They're a tiny bit better.
Good. Nice and far away. I like that.
Perfect. I like that there's one person in the balcony.
We got a balcony buddy up there? Balcony buddy!
Oh my God, hiding.
Have you met your friends?
Oh no. I got weird. I feel bad. We chased away our only balconian.
It's like
Still winded.
This is like
Still winded from
like in the
that ride.
opening of Game of Thrones. There would we would see the balcony on this episode with just one guy in it
Just
on
in
the
little
map.
Yep.
And the next episode it wouldn't be in there at all. Do you want to just sing this for a while? Hey, are we doing a solo bolo where we're just singing?
No. That will never happen. We'll do a Bro Down Hoedown.
Bro Down Hoedown, yes, definitely. That's in the car.
There is strictly no singing.
So, Jason, if you have collected yourself,
Yep, feeling good.
you
Get that picture, bro. Gotta get that picture, bro.
gotta get that picture.
Gotta get that picture, bro.
Gotta get.
Unless you're trying to capture a Pokemon. Girl behind the guy, getting that picture. Getting that picture, girl. Already off to a great start.
Jason, your comedy is so of the moment.
Welcome
it's ripped
to
from
Comedy
today's
Bang Bang.
headlines.
I
Nope.
am your host,
Nope.
Jason
I'm your host.
Mantzoukas.
Nope. Nope.
Here.
You mentioned Pokemon Go almost as, it's a thing that people are talking about. That's what makes your comedy so exciting, is it's just,
It's of the moment.
Yes.
Here we are in a church where people pray and bury
and
their
eat
dead.
and love.
Where people get married and then and weep over the death of their loved ones. And here we are. All of us.
How many dead bodies do you think there's been on stage?
Like a lot. No, not on stage. Like I feel like right over there.
You think they're over here?
I feel like where these two people are is like the head and foot of the dead person.
Who do you think is head? Who do you think is foot? Well, you both raised your hands.
Well, you asked them, it's an impossible question.
That's true.
In my mind, he's the head and she's the foot.
Yeah. No, you don't think so?
You think you're the head?
You're the head.
Guys, fight.
Regardless, the aisle is the butt.
The butt? Yes. Where does the butt start? This is.
Is that your? By the way, is that your?
Bro, get that picture, bro.
Get that picture, bro. Is where does the butt start your new catchphrase from How Did This Get Made?
It is.
Fuck you.
Where does the butt start?
Do your comedy bang bang catchphrases while you're here, not your fucking How Did This Get Made catchphrases.
Don't you worry, but I'd like it to organically happy Heynong Man.
How many Heynong Men have you received? You've received a lot?
A lot of Heynong Mans at the San Diego Comic-Con.
That's great. I got one during the Orphan Black panel today, and I did not feel I could return it.
Really?
Those things are, when you're the moderator, are not about you.
I guess you were the moderator.
What, did you think I was in the cast?
I thought you might have just been attending the panel.
Oh, I see.
But you snuck it right in there. We get it. You have value.
I thought you were flattering me.
Hey, big shot.
I thought you were flattering me, saying that I would be so good I was in the cast. You think I was a lowly panel attendee.
We all know that's impossible.
Jason, why do you hate me?
Oh, I love you.
I don't know.
What do we got, a balcony in this situation?
We've already had the balcony report.
Oh, yeah, balcony. Kicking ass. Not for nothing, the balcony is fucking rad. You guys suck. Ooh, let's have a balcony floor fight at the end.
Where the people from the floor go up to the balcony and fight them, or vice versa?
Depends. Like,
Someone in the balcony was like, yeah, get him up here.
Yeah, let him try.
It's sort of like how dogs always want to get on the highest point. Like, they have the advantage in a way.
Dogs do?
What does that mean?
Did you say dogs want to get to the highest?
They always want to climb up to the highest.
Not in my experience. You're saying that as if it's like a fact. And I know plenty of dogs that like burrow underground. I know a lot of tunneling dogs.
Why take umbrage at something that is
scientific?
Dolores
Umbridge? Nailed it. You can't set me up for Harry Potter zingers and not expect me to take them. Expecto Patronum.
Not in this town. Not during Comic-Con.
I know, you guys won't get it. You're just a bunch of nerds.
These are the people who hate the nerds. As they were talking about before you got out here, these are San Diego locals.
Oh, these are the San Diegans?
These are the Blink-182 fans of...
How dare you? How dare you?
This is... If you could imagine Smash Mouth as an audience, that's what...
Oh, you mean your favorite band, Smash Mouth? You mean the band you legitimately tried to justify liking?
Hey, I got a lot of people who wrote to me saying I was right.
You had people write to you say you were right?
That the point I was making actually was legit.
So take delight in the fact that you are building an army of idiots.
God damn it, I hate you.
Wow.
Jason, what brings you to San Diego? Have you ever been this far south before?
I've never been this far south. I am in San Diego. It's not a big deal. I moderated a panel. It was pretty cool. Yeah. No, and this is my first time ever at San Diego Comic-Con. We were saying backstage, and it is a delight. I feel like this event is a Super Bowl in which everybody's rooting for the same team. Like, I feel like it is an overwhelming amount of people, all of whom are all like, you too? Yes, awesome. I saw 1 million people walking around today and 1 million insane things and everybody being like, oh shit, you look great. And I was like, see, that's what we're doing.
That's what it is. It is one of the few communal events where everyone, it really does feel like a community, a very large community, where
and
people are
supportive.
Very supportive.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, and which I think is pretty wonderful, you know, and I that's one of the, yeah, all right, give it up.
Other than the people and their significant other, that's where it differs. Because I heard a lot of fights between...
Oh, a lot of people fighting with each other?
No, we can't cross over here. I'm right and you're wrong.
That's why I feel like everybody should get divorced.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with my platform, Everybody Get Divorced?
No, but I'm on board.
Really? That's interesting news.
Whoops, I maybe said too much. Why do you think everyone should get divorced? What do you mean by that?
No, I'm just saying, like...
You're just saying.
I'm just saying, like, look, everybody, like, let's get a show of hands who's married. Okay?
Okay, I'm looking around the room. Like, these are comedy fans.
Okay, so now let's say this. Let's keep them raised. Let's keep them raised. Now, just for the sake of argument, because I can't divvy it up evenly, this side, put your hands down, right? Okay, all of you are getting divorced. That much we know. Statistically speaking, that many of the hands raised are not gonna work out. And don't get cocky, because some of you are in that group. I just divvied it up this way for ease. Some of you are totally fucked. And you know it too. Those of you on this side are like, oh, I thought I was getting out of it. And now you're like, So we have to understand that like 60% of you are giving up in failure, Scott.
Hey, don't bring me into your weird ideas. But okay, here's my issue with this.
So get in front of it.
That was cute, yeah. But what is
that? Was cute. I'm listening.
What? You didn't explain your platform of everyone should get divorced.
My platform is get in front of it. Everybody, wipe the slate. Get divorced. Second marriages, they all work out. They all work out. Statistically, second marriages, nowhere near the divorce rate. They don't split up. People are making better decisions.
Well, you know, a lot of that is because of the societal pressure in order to get married at a young age, and people
Tell me, is that why you did it? I'm just kidding, you weren't young. So, statistically speaking, you and your wife are much more likely to work out because you were very old when you did it.
This is like a Batman the Ride of emotions with you.
Thank God it's like 1,000,000 degrees up here.
Exaggeration, which is a key part of your comedy, which I've wanted to talk to you about.
Let's get into it.
Well, it doesn't feel that hot to me. I know I'm wearing a jacket, but
you're wearing a
fine.
denim coat like Fonzie.
Fonzie wore a windbreaker or a leather jacket.
He never wore a denim coat?
No, he did not.
I stand
And
corrected.
how dare you even bring up Fonzie in a week of mourning?
I will say that very sad news at the passing of Gary Marshall.
I know. We'll have to deal with it, I'm sure.
I'm certain it will be dealt with in some capacity, as
and
it should
smelt
be.
with.
What?
Nothing.
Because I said dealt it? You had to say smelt it?
Yeah.
I'll explain it for everybody.
Maybe it's a bit of insanity on my part. Anytime I hear the word dealt. Makes it hard to go to Las Vegas.
You love Vegas.
I'm a Vegas bro.
You constantly are texting me, Vegas baby, question mark?
Vegas, yeah, Vegas baby? You have yet to say Vegas baby in return.
No, and I keep trying to change my number so that you can't text me.
I'm good at finding those nums. Num threers.
I gotta get those nums. I gotta get my thumbs on those nums.
I can't wait to get a new cell phone so I can get some thumbs on those numbs.
Oh, is that a t-shirt? Get some thumbs on those numbs?
No.
Fair enough. Heynong Man, anybody got a t-shirt, a Heynong Man t-shirt in the audience? No, you're not wearing it. Don't raise your hand. Are you? You wearing it? Nice. You made it?
You made it? Come on.
Wait, you made a Heynong Man
That's copyright infringement.
Ma'am, we sell a shirt.
Yeah.
That's a great that is a good homemade Heynong Man.
That's a good one. Yeah,
well
it's
done.
not bad.
Well
What's
done.
your name, lady? Mandy?
It's Mandy Moore.
Heynong Mandy.
Heynong Mandy. I like that.
Should we make a Heynong woman shirt?
I would like to recognize one person tonight.
Who do you want to recognize?
Who's in the audience, I suspect, wearing a Heynong woman t-shirt.
Oh.
By the way,
She jumped up and started pointing at her breasts.
pretty good. Pretty good. I noticed it and said Heynong Man to her, and she said Heynong woman. And I realized that's what the shirt said. Well done, you. But you are infringing on a license. Get her. Get her.
Copyrighted material.
Get her out of
her.
here.
They're my side guys.
Get the Earwolf license, police. That is protected copyright. You are in violation. Do you think Heynong Man is gendered?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
That's an interest. That is interesting. Conceptually speaking, Heynong woman, I don't think it works. No. Listen. I'll make the shirt if you guys want, but like Heynong woman sounds like it doesn't roll off the tongue.
You like things that roll off the tongue.
Yeah, like
Gross.
like
Gross.
kissing.
Gross. That's how you kiss?
That's how everyone kisses.
You look like you're a snake darting your tongue, or like an iguana.
What?
Just
That's
like...
how people kiss.
Why are you rolling your eyes while you do it? Like you're over it.
What? Because I'm coming. Like we all do when we kiss.
So when you ejaculate, you shrug and roll your eyes like, ugh.
Yes. Like I'm over it. Ugh. I'm done. My mom will call you a car.
Do you remember, I apologize. I apologize to the wonderful people who run this church, but do you remember your first orgasm?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I did not masturbate until I was very old, so my first orgasms I suspect must have been wet dreams. And
Okay.
and as such, I don't really remember.
Nocturnal emissions. I once, the only time I ever did my laundry as a kid was when I had a wet dream, and I started stuffing my sheets
adorable.
into the washer, not knowing it would just dry, and who gives a shit?
That's not the case. Yes, it will dry, but like also it's still there. It doesn't dry and evaporate.
Potato.
Not really. Potato, dried, crusty cum stain at the location where you rest at night, you filthy fucking animal.
I was putting it into the washer, and my mom
And
rounded...
Cool Up caught you? Nailed it. Yes, that's right. I said it.
Comedy is not about scoring points, Jason.
Oh, except that I'm winning. It's not about scoring points. You're right. But it is about winning.
Do you really believe that? Do you, when you get off stage at an improv show, are you like, I fucking won over everybody?
No, I do what everybody does, and I do the scoreboard, and I count up all the points, and I judge who won.
That's a crazy way to do a scoreboard, by the way. What game could that possibly be? So while you're here in San Diego, you like people to come up to you and like pat you on the back and touch you. And...
Here's what I hate. Touching me. Ooh, I don't like being touched. And people want to touch me all the time. They want to touch me and they want to scream, Rafi! Rafi! From like across the street.
Well, I mean,
Which I find unsettling.
But you wanted to get into show business.
For sure. Oh, no, I signed up for this. I just didn't know.
I signed up for this.
Go ahead.
I signed up for this. I signed up for this. Is that what you're looking for?
It wasn't, and I didn't care for it. No, I absolutely signed up for it, but it's a lot.
So I don't like to hear you're complaining, is my point.
Of course.
Because you're the one who wanted fame,
For sure,
who
for
desired
sure.
it to such an extent.
Listen, I'm the one that wrote a note to the devil and said, you can have my everlasting soul.
Is that all it is?
If you make me Rafi from the league.
It's just a note?
Yep. It's a note, yeah.
I thought that he had to appear inside
put it in your
room.
Notes app on
Notes app?
on your iPhone.
Is that why like Katy Perry is on the Notes app and Taylor Swift is on the Notes app?
Everybody sold their soul to the devil.
Again, comedy
Don't
of
touch
the
me.
moment.
Ow. Why does your touch burn?
I may have been rubbing my fingers in preparation H.
Okay.
Not from the bottle.
Okay, preparation H doesn't burn. I get it, you're rubbing buttholes. Great
Buttholes?
brag. Great brag. I may have been rubbing buttholes here at Comic-Con.
That is a problem, by the way. People like trying to cop little feels while they're at Comic-Con. It's a big problem here. Just like trying to slide up against someone and go, haka, haka.
Is that right?
That's what I've heard.
Really? Has anybody experienced that? Someone trying to grab a butt ski? Yes, it happened to you?
It happens, yeah.
Oh, man.
Has anyone ever had their butt grabbed when they did not ask for it?
Really? Okay. It seems like a lot of people. I get it. I've had my butt grabbed when I didn't want it. What are you saying? Yes, all women.
Yeah. Hashtag yes, all women.
Yeah, I get that. I think that's likely true.
What percentage of women in the world do you think have not had their butt grabbed when it was not desired? Very small. It probably, I would guess that it would be, considering women who live in the
10%?
forest, not around people.
Oh, you like recluses?
Yeah.
Recluses and wild people?
Yeah. That's a big section of the population.
It, in fact, is not.
Well, the censuses don't count them, so obviously you don't know about them. But
Way to shoehorn in your obsession with the census.
well, it happens every 10 years. It's actually a pretty cool thing.
It's not.
So
They're trying to count us. They want to know where we are. We have to shut this down. Guys, I'm telling you, we're here to make America great again.
Did you watch our nominee speech last night?
Of course. I didn't, actually. I didn't. I listened to it. I listened to the follow-up today on the radio.
The podcast.
I listened to the podcast. I listened to the RNC podcast.
It was a little.
Oh, Reince Priebus hosts a crazy podcast.
The speech was like a little longer than an episode of You Made It Weird, I thought, which it was a long one.
Yeah, and just as much talking about God. This crowd not sure how to deal with that.
Yeah. Jason,
Scotty!
What are your plans? What hotel are you staying at? What number? Room.
Guys, I'm in room 404 at the Hilton. It's great. Don't worry about it, JK. That's not where I am. But please go by that room.
404, a file not found.
I'm hanging out. I'm gonna, I guess, walk around tomorrow and walk the floor and see stuff and
Walk the line.
walk the line. Yep, absolutely.
What else do we got?
That's a bit. That's it. That's all I got.
New York is where you made your bed and breakfast, if I'm saying the right thing.
Yep. The Zook's B&B. Anybody staying there this weekend?
What I'm
I
trying.
apologize for all the noise. I was masturbating.
Oh, we know.
Which I do screaming and crying at the same time.
It's very strange that your penis screams and cries as well.
Is it? It's got a mouth and teeth.
It's not that kind of show.
Like little shark.
Yeah.
Tiny little shark teeth. Right?
Shark teeth are big.
Yeah, but the ones in my dick mouth are really small. It's tiny rows of tiny shark teeth.
Jason Mantzoukas, everyone. All right, let's.
By the way, this crowd, pretty rad crowd.
Pretty rad crowd. You had a show here last night. Who was at the How Did This Get Made show?
Yeah. That's right. We fucking did it. We did it right. We christened this room.
Yeah.
Makes it even better tonight.
Okay.
Ba-boom. There's an echo that I didn't count on. Oh, well.
One would think when you say something like baboom, an echo would be welcomed.
Yeah, well, why not? How are you doing? How are you enjoying New York? You saw a play last night?
Turn this around on me.
Oh, don't worry. It's just like, listen, this is
People
a show
don't care
that
about
I
me.
host. I want to interview interesting people. We talk to these interesting people.
You're
You
not
are
the
one
host
them.
of this show. Okay, so what's going to happen is Jason apparently has elected to be on the far end.
You said have a seat, and I felt like this is where you pointed me to.
Roll back the tape.
Great news. The great news is, with a wireless mic, I can go wherever I want, baby. Hey-oh.
Will you give back rubs?
Will I give them back rubs? No.
Why did you stress the word give? Will I give them back? Or what, are you going to get back rubs from people?
I would get back. Actually, I don't want back rubs for some of these monsters either.
Now,
City where we met, New York City.
we did. We met on stage at the UCB Theater. You were improvising.
Yep, and
Something
you were monologuing.
Yes, something you don't really do a lot anymore.
Nope. All of this is very carefully written.
Yes. It's almost like a Mamet play where every pause is planned out.
Yeah. It's almost like a Mamet play.
Fucking right. So
Nice. We're having fun.
some good bits right here, and this is where the
How many, can I ask you this? How many Heynong Mans have you gotten since you've been here?
0.
0?
That's the past.
Really?
That is true.
All right, move in.
Oh, wow. I've just realized I almost walked right off this. I genuinely thought this just kept going and almost just was like, and anyway, boom.
Do you see the light? The white light? Here, please.
Is that where you want me?
Yeah, this is where I want you.
All right.
Get over here. How are you, buddy?
Center stage. I'm good. How are you, friend?
I'm great. It's good to see you. We just rubbed each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
That was like a mini back
Like
rub.
a couple of cool guys who are comfortable touching each other. Totally normal. Totally normal to just perch atop a stool, the most natural of seating positions. That's how I get comfortable. I just perch atop something, put my feet up like a little kid.
Who, and this is a serious question, who invented the stool from the chair? Who was like, you know what?
It's not a real question.
This is very real.
I don't believe this to be a real.
This is incredibly real.
Who
This
invented? The question is who invented the stool?
I don't mean by name.
I think it was Mike Stool.
Did he invent taking a shit first, or?
Boo!
Oh, they're saying Zeus.
Boo!
They're saying Zeus.
They're saying boo. They're saying boo.
I want to make this chair higher without a back.
I want to do this. My feeling is this is pretty comfortable.
Is it? I
Yeah,
don't
this
feel
is better.
good with this.
This is better than this. This feels distinctly odd. Like,
Mommy!
is it time to go to school?
Mommy, can Jason and I play Xbox? What are you doing?
I did it! Getting down from a stool all by yourself?
What were you like as a child, Jason?
Oh, God, Scott. I slithered my way out of my mother's vagina.
Hey, buddy, I gotta ask. Did you get a little lick in on the way out?
Hey-oh. Guys, because when I'm near that puss, I get in it. Unless I'm coming out of it.
It must have been odd coming out one.
Oh, yeah. And I remember it vividly. I remember the birth canal like, boom, what is this? This is tight in here. And then, whoa, this tastes great. Hear me out. Because what I'm talking about is my mother's vagina. And the fact that it no doubt got all in my mouth while I was shooting out of it. You guys, you get it, don't worry. I'll send you guys some videos. Just give me your email.
Jason, it's not that kind of show.
It's not? It always has been.
Has it?
For me.
I'm forgetting. But seriously, as a child, did you have the beard?
Yeah, I was born with a beard. Born with a beard, 100%. Yep. Well, I was born with covered in hair. And then, in the first, as all Greek boys are, and then in the first year, you lose all the hair except the hair that is going to remain forever.
Is that true?
So the beard, the
So you
chest.
had it all over here?
Yeah, it was like Cousin It.
That's a nice timely reference. Even for the remake, it's a little old.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm sticking with it.
All right, great.
Because I'm like Captain Caveman. I mean,
I don't know.
It's worse. It is a worse. It is a more dated reference.
Yeah. Were you precocious as a child? Were you a prankster?
No, never a prankster.
Were
Never
you a
prankster.
wankster?
Excuse me? Was I a wankster?
Yes. As 50 Cent once cautioned America about.
I was not a wankster. Any other hard-hitting questions? Quick.
Do you, Now, we all know you were born as Jeffrey character Wheaties.
I guess.
That's as far as you're willing to commit to a premise.
Where do you want to go with it?
Is that your style?
Where do you want
guess?
to go with this? I guess and sure.
Maybe, depending on how I feel in 60 seconds.
I guess and sure.
Do you consider yourself to be one of the greatest improvisers alive?
Oh yeah, categorically.
And I am totally serious about this. What?
Oh, as you always are.
Yes, of course.
Very serious.
What is your? I've been on stage with you while you improvised, of course.
Just great times, great memories.
For those of our audience? I'm getting bored with this question as I say it. But
as are they. They're like, oh no, what's he doing? Oh no. And somebody just was like, I told you. It's like, I told you, we were already late, we shouldn't have come. Oh.
We could have Netflixed and chilled. We could have slid into your DMs.
Oh, what? Slid into your DMs? I'm into it.
It's safe to say, Jason.
Boy.
Is it not?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. I'll rephrase.
It goes to intent, Your Honor.
Would you not agree? Jason Mantzoukas? That you are a horrible fuck monster.
I would not agree. I would not agree with that. I am a terrific fuck monster. I am a delightful.
People love you. People love you of all
Stars and Stripes?
Stars and Stripes. Thank you.
Boo!
I wasn't trying to say that.
Try to work in your own catchphrases.
I was not trying to say that. I was getting lost the same way I did when I originally said it. Where I stopped caring about what I was saying.
Yeah.
I have to say one thing to you. I have to say, of course, Heynong Man.
Heynong Man.
How does it feel to have a catchphrase? How does it feel?
It's pretty terrific. You taking off? You going to do number 1 or number 2?
She would not even look
Blondie.
back to
Blondie,
dignify
number 1
it.
or number 2? Because it's like early in the show. Oh no, they're pissed. He's like, I got to go after her. Oh no, they're fighting. Oh no, they're fighting. You know what?
Yeah.
This is not the show I wanted to see. I am out of here. You can stay, but I'm leaving. And he's like, oh, I guess I have to go now.
I gotta take the first of my 3 shits.
You have such a great, compelling girl character. Real bitch voice and then a trash walk. Like, I'm gonna take the first of my 3 shits. Wah, 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 wah. You really get women.
I hate that we're sort of setting a precedent, by the way, if you make any sort of movement.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Somebody here is for sure going to shit their pants because they're in the first bunch of rows that are terrified to get up. And they're like, fuck, oh, fuck. I wish I hadn't had that coffee before we came. And then just like, boom, diarrhea.
Wait, why diarrhea?
Too much coffee.
Oh, okay.
And a green drink earlier in the day. Cut to full-blown diarrhea.
I love the implication that if you don't go to the bathroom soon enough, you'll automatically have diarrhea.
Oh, yeah. That's how it works, right? Because my understanding of the way our bodies work is that the shit starts solid, but if you don't get it out quick enough, it melts. It's like,
it's like ice cream that's been left out in the sun.
Yeah, if you leave it percolating too long, it melts and it's just soupy.
You gotta get those shits out quick.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, soupy shits.
I'll sometimes set an alarm. I'll be like, 3 in the morning, I gotta get my shit out.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've shit the bed a bunch. But now I just wear adult-sized pull-ups. It's cool. You tickled by that?
I am. I like you. You know that.
You were there the last time I shit my pants.
Wait, what?
I mean, listen to me. Not on purpose.
Hold on. What?
Heynong Man.
Heynong Man. We're not going to reset.
Oh, we reset. We won't get to it.
What? You can't drop that kind of bomb on me.
Okay, I'm just going to...
This is not a story you've told me.
Okay, but it is a story I've told.
Oh, okay.
So...
To whom, if not me?
You know what? A bunch of cool cats. Oh, guys, you made up. Okay, good. I'm glad. They're back on track, everybody. They're back on track.
Nice to see love.
Nice to see love wins again. Love wins again.
So tell us about your shit.
It was day number 1. It was day number 1 of a writing job that we did for a year together.
You shit your pants in
And
that?
I went to the bathroom to pee. I let out a fart. And we all, a lot of us, let's show of hands, who's done this? And I didn't like full-blown turd, but I like wet the cheeks. Just a little bit. And had to fully clean myself up in that bathroom, come back to the room, and sat there next to you oh, he knows, oh, he knows, he can smell it. I had to cut my underwear off of my body with a pocket knife. I cut
with a pocket knife?
Yeah.
That's the weirdest part of this.
Why
are you carrying a pocket knife?
I always carry a pocket knife.
Please don't pull it out.
If I am rushed, if security rushes the stage right now.
Oh, okay. Why do you carry that?
Knife. I just opened that beer with it. I use it. Who carries a pocket knife? Yeah.
Really?
See? Lots of cool cats.
What is it, 1955?
Yep, it is.
Is it?
It is that, yeah.
I am surprised by that information.
Blame the timekeeper.
So, no, it's a testament to your cleaning ability that this
I
is the
spent
first...
a while in there.
Okay, this is the first that I'm... You said, oh, he knows. I did not know.
Okay, good.
How very surprising.
It was dark. It also was the first time that had happened to me in my adult life completely. So I was shocked.
You say the first.
It has happened since. Here's the thing. I think it's after 40, they just sneak out. Just little bits. Just a little, So now I barely stand to pee. I sit to pee now just because I don't know. I want to be able to fart with a free conscience. Happy 7th anniversary. This is what you wanted, right?
This is what I expect.
You wanted, yeah.
If Judd Apatow had any balls, that's what the movie This Is 40 would have been about.
Whoa.
People shitting themselves.
Oh, wow. So you are here on this podcast saying that Judd Apatow does not have balls?
No! I'm sorry!
Just sounds like that's what you're saying.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for regaling us with these wonderful stories.
You know what? It's just you, me, and these lovely people here. You know?
I'm very pleased that you're here. I
am thrilled to be here.
We don't spend enough time together.
We do not. But now we have the next 4 hours
Yes.
in this room. The doors
We've
are
locked 'em.
locked. We're doing this, guys. It's a sleepover.
That's right. I feel like we're encouraging them to yell now.
Well, how about this? Let's all get it out of our systems.
All right. Hold on. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever noise you want to make.
Wanna
Let's
yell.
do it
Yell
right now.
3, 2, 1, go!
I have to say,
Yeah.
there's a little part of me that when I said whatever noise you want to make, I hoped in unison everyone would rise to their feet in a standing ovation.
Really? Did you feel like you earned it?
What's weird is yes.
Yeah! Joke's on you, loser. They're saying zooks. They're not saying boo.
Keep telling yourself that.
Win again. By the way, some classic Scotty Ox crowd work. Forgets how the show works. Backstage, I see Scott and he goes, and I was like, what do you got there? He goes, oh, great catchphrase. Comes out.
That literally made me lose it. Where is it? Thank you, finally! Finally! After requesting it for so many weeks, no one knows what I'm talking about. That made me lose it again.
Forgets it.
How dare you?
Get it together.
How
we doing, Anaheim? Right? Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. I am your host, Jason Mantzoukas.
Nope. Boo.
Joining me on stage, the ghost of Scott Aukerman.
Boo.
How are you, friend?
I'm good. Very echoey. I can barely hear you.
Oh,
so.
I'll be honest with you. This room, are we sure this room was not built to host a show like this? Because the audio quality is unbelievable. By the way, this is a screensaver. I'm not out of my mind. This is the default screensaver of Macintosh. What are we, assholes?
I'm
Is there
surprised there's not like a 404 error found message up here.
On the other side of this curtain are file folders. Guys, this is a debacle.
This is not happening.
I feel like now we're tangled. The wires are crossed. This is a marriage. This is how podcasters get married. They tangle their wires around each other. They walk in concentric circles. Guys, we got to get our sales up this year. That's what this is.
That's mainly what we brought you here to talk about. We
you guys
have to get our
are the
sales
top
up.
sellers, right? You guys
How do
gotta
we do
get
it?
those sales up.
We're not
Podcast.
meeting the bottom line.
Now hear this podcast festival where podcast feuds are built.
You're going to start some feuds here?
Yeah, I'm coming at you, Mike Pesca. The gist. I'll give you something to spiel about Pesca.
What is the gist?
See? Fake feud, real feud. That's how it works.
Look,
You
it sounds
fell
like
for
something
it.
I'd like.
You fell for it, dummy.
That's why I ask.
I need a real long straw.
Yep. Does anyone have a really long, crazy straw?
It doesn't even have to be crazy. It can just be regular.
It can be a regular
It can be a
same
regular
straw.
straw that just gets me to that without, it doesn't matter. Why stools again? Have we not learned? We're on a stage. We can have normal seating.
You would prefer to be in chairs? I feel that's too relaxed. I feel like, if we're in chairs and we're just kind of like sitting here like this, who wants to see that?
Just dicks out.
Just flap.
Plomp. Hey, man, what's going on?
They're talking about their dicks. Yes.
Oh boy.
We came to Comedy Bang Bang hoping they would talk about their
We
dicks.
flew across country. We couldn't understand what they were saying. They screamed the whole time about their dicks.
I feel like I am screaming at you. Is that the general?
I am screaming, but to be fair, I'm screaming all the time.
Yeah.
I did ask if I should test my own microphone because I was going to be much louder than everybody else.
When you wake up in the morning, Jason,
Screaming.
just primal scream.
Screaming, because the thing that wakes me up in the morning are the final moments of the same dream every night where I am strangling myself. The dream we all have, right?
I imagine you're like a newborn baby. Just whenever you wake up, that makes you
listening.
cry. Oh, wait.
I'm listening.
You were into it for a
imagine
minute.
me like a newborn baby?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, Daddy. You can raise me.
Come here, baby.
Wah, wah, wah. I have a poopy diaper. What is this? What is this? What is that?
Taking off your diaper.
You have now successfully knocked 2 of the other 4
shit.
mics off of
Bombs are going off.
This is this is a disaster. This is an unmitigated disaster. Is it following me? Oh, it is. It's moving. It moves. I was trying to see if I could get off of it, but it moves. Oh, visual jokes for the podcast. They don't even
These
know.
jokes are for the people who paid for this.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Right now, somebody's like, you made me fly here for this? We better go to Disneyland.
Do you go to Disneyland? Do you
Never been.
Look,
Never been.
Disney
I'm an
started
adult
with
man. I don't have children. Never been to Disneyland. That's the correct answer.
I'm imagining you in Roger Rabbit's Toontown.
Don't know what it is.
Okay. But it's
I haven't seen Roger Rabbit. Single man, childless. Shouldn't have seen it. I'm just kidding. I've seen Roger Rabbit.
of course you have. I'm just imagining
Are
you on a
kidding? Have
park
seen the
bench.
tits
Just,
on that Jessica Rabbit. Ay, ay, ay. That's my type.
animated
Animated titties.
ATs.
What's that? E-titties phone home?
AT&Ts.
Oh, AT and titties?
Yeah,
I said
animated
E-
tits
I
and
said
tits.
E-titties. I said eats. Wait, what? I can't
hear anything
I
you're
want
saying.
monitors.
Let's get close to each other.
Oh, okay. Well, can you hear each other's actual voices?
Here we go.
Hey, buddy.
Now everyone out there can hear us okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about them. I'm
right?
worried about
Because the
us.
speakers are pointing your way. Normally we would have some this way and we would be able to understand what we're saying, but that's all right.
We're doing great.
We're doing
great.
good. Now I'm looking at, now I cannot hear anything you're saying, but I'm reading your lips. Can you see mine?
Same. Yes,
okay.
I can see your lips
Good.
as well.
Okay, very good.
The show is going.
The show is going
horribly.
wonderful. Oh, you're saying wonderful. Jason, have you ever had occasion to come to Anaheim?
Never. Never. Oh, by the way, Heynong Man. This guy's got a Heynong Man shirt.
Heynong Man.
I like it. It's sweeping the nation. I've never been to Anaheim. This is the city where you were born. Is that true?
No, I was born in Savannah, Georgia, but
But you grew up here.
I grew up here, yes,
Yeah.
I did. I worked at Disneyland just right down the street.
Got it.
And so you got it?
I got that.
You got it?
I heard it, yeah. I'm just congratulating myself for understanding some of the stuff that you're saying.
Got it. Understood it.
Got it.
Jason, your ears work. Congratulations. Yeah, where were you born?
I was born in Lynn, Massachusetts. Lynn, the city of sin. You never come out the way you went in. That was something that was said.
You don't come out through your mother's vagina?
Yeah. I just squirted right on out.
You squirted, really?
I shook it off like a dog.
You did the Zuki
then-
shimmy?
And then my beard came in, and then I started. Yeah, boom. Well, I sneezed. I was like, puh.
Achoo! There it was.
And they're like, you can check yourself out, little guy. And I was like, thanks, bro.
I've never met your mother. This is not an episode of How I Met Your
please.
Mother. But
Okay.
I'm trying to imagine her, Mrs. Mantzoukas.
She's amazing. Cindy Mantzoukas, she's the greatest. The greatest. Mm-hmm. One of the true greats. Wait, have you really never met my mother?
I've never met your mother,
okay.
no. Why? Has she been around?
Yeah, she comes around all the time. Me and her were at your house with Cool Up just recently.
Now it's kind of strange that I haven't met your mother.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Are you trying to keep me away from your mother?
No. My mom doesn't like you. She thinks you're really mean to me on the podcast. And I was like, I know.
To be fair.
Yep. What's that?
You are way meaner to me than I am to you.
It's not how my mom sees it.
Your mom's a fucking cunt.
Whoa! Whoa, man. Okay, what is this?
My new character, ineffectual Indiana Jones.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Or it's like terrible Western audition. The sound guys, is this working? So the sound guys in the back are like, why won't they fucking stop?
Why won't they leave the mics
all the
alone?
microphones.
Oh.
And the camera guy's like, why do I have to hold this shot where they're maximum distance away from each other? What are they afraid of? Oh, prom picture. Guys, put it on Instagram.
You smell amazing.
Thank you. What's up, jerks? How we doing, Chicago? Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. What a treat, Scotty. What a treat.
What a treat.
Great looking crowd. Scott said upstairs, I bet it's going to be a lot of uggos. And I said, buddy, I was here last night, and this fucking audience is top to bottom, T to B, gorgeous. Hunks and honeys. I hate stools.
Yeah. What a treat.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Not too bad.
You were here doing some How Did This Get Made
Yeah,
shows.
was anybody at How Did This Get Made last night? We did 2 shows here last night in this legit gorgeous theater.
Yeah, but it's not about you tonight.
It's not. It's about you. Tonight
Not about me either.
Tonight we honor you, Scott.
Wait, is this some sort of
Guys.
reverse award show?
Tonight, Scott, lock the doors. You die. This show ends with you as the host. Begins with you as the host and ends with me as the host.
And ends with me as a host.
Oh, haunting. How stoked would you guys be to have Scott Aukerman haunting this theater for the rest of time? That's why we chose this theater.
If I had to die, and I sincerely hope I don't.
Yeah. Ever? I have an update.
I would pick this place as my number 1 place that I would like to die.
Great.
Number 2, hospital.
Yeah.
Just general. Not
Sure.
general hospital, but
Just General Hospital, season 17, episode 23.
when Luke and Laura went to that weird island. And then number 3,
Yeah.
kitchen floor.
Yeah. Whose? Whose kitchen floor? When you picture it, do you picture your kitchen floor at home or the kitchen floor you grew up in?
I picture it as Emeril Lagasse's.
Bam.
That's, I'm assuming, him shooting me in the back of the head.
Bam. It's the sound a gun makes. Bam.
He would make such an excellent assassin. He already has his catchphrase.
What he does is he takes cayenne pepper and he packs it hard into a bullet form. And then he shoots it through your head, but there's no bullet anymore. It just fragments again into cayenne pepper.
But first he dips it in pig's blood.
Oh, yes. So you don't know what's up. Oh, boy.
Where do you want to die? You ever think about that?
Where do I want to die?
Yeah. And under what circumstances? And third part of the question, can we have more on the monitors?
You want more in the monitors? Yeah. Okay.
A little
I'll
echoey.
take that.
Yeah, I'll take a little bit.
I don't
sure.
mind it. Check.
Checking. Fun.
Check. Checkmate. I would like to die, let's say, I would like to die while falling from a great height.
Really?
In the midst of it.
They say, and I don't know whether this was meant to be a comforting thing or not when I was growing up, but they say that when you fall off, say, the Empire State Building, or Sears Tower.
You heard this way.
Trump Tower.
You heard this when you were growing up.
Literally when I was growing up, because you'd say, oh, I don't want to fall off, something, a really high building.
Yep.
They would say, oh, don't worry, you die from the shock of it before you ever hit the ground.
Yeah, I could see that being true.
I don't think it's true.
Yeah, probably not. Well, wasn't there a case recently of someone whose parachute didn't open while they were skydiving and they lived?
I've seen a video like that where a guy...
What videos are you watching, man? What gets you off at this point? You're just watching, chute didn't open pornos?
I saw this crazy video where a guy takes his girlfriend to a scary movie and suddenly everyone turns into zombies. And they dance around.
Okay. What happens next? I don't know.
Basically, he drops the girl off at the end of the video, and
Okay.
you think it's over, but then he turns to the camera and he's got crazy yellow eyes.
Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyway, but this other video...
I don't see why examining it any further is necessary.
Nope.
But that's a porno you watched.
That was a porno, yeah. It was the prelude to a very sick porno. Multi-year.
Then just his You didn't get to see it, but you heard about it, and it didn't sound good.
No. But I saw this video where a guy jumps out of a plane. He's taping himself. He's going to parachute. It doesn't open. He hits the ground, and he goes... Sort of standing, and he sort of crumpled. I don't want to do it myself because of the indignity of rising from that position. But he stands and he says, oh my God, I'm alive, I can't believe it.
And then he dies. And then a
shock.
truck hits him. That would be amazing. Oh my God, wham!
Ding, 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 ding.
And
It's the Doppler effect.
Somehow you're able to watch a video of all of it.
Yeah. So I don't think the dying of shock is true because that guy would have died of shock. So I think the impact probably
I think so too.
causes your brainstem to be separated from your...
Yeah. If I was going to be honest, it would be at home in bed.
With loved ones around you?
With loved ones around.
This audience, perhaps?
Perhaps this audience. Many of the people that are here tonight, I expect to be by my bedside in my last moments. These are some of my dearest friends.
Have you thought about your final words yet? What you want to be known for saying?
I think it's probably going to be Heynong Man. Because my expectation will be that I will then greet you in heaven, you will say it back, and we will have reset for eternity.
It's interesting you think you're going to heaven.
I just like the idea of being on my deathbed saying Heynong Man, and my family being like, oh, come on.
Still doing bits?
Dumb bits from a podcast? Remember podcasts? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to heaven.
Do you want to die before your parents?
Do I want to? No. Why? Do I want to? Why? You said that so matter-of-factly, there's no question in my mind that you do.
So you want to undergo the grief of watching your parents die.
I am going to have
Interesting.
to undergo. I mean, listen, the heartbreaking reality, the trauma of the great looming trauma of my life is their deaths, and it's coming for me. Right.
But don't you want to take precautions to make sure that
to take myself out first? Oh no, not at all. But I'm also I think we're going nowhere. I think we got nothing. I think it's a zilch.
Yeah.
We are meat in the ground.
Meat and potatoes.
Yep.
So do you if you could do it, would you be the last? Would you be the last living man on Earth, just roaming the Earth?
No, I don't that doesn't hold. Well, I mean, it sounds very lonely.
It does, doesn't it? I think at that point,
very lonely.
At that point, what do? Do you say, like, there's probably no one left on Earth, goodbye, and jump off the Sears Tower?
Eventually, yes. Eventually, I think I would probably kill myself, but I think what I would first do would be as much insane shit as I can possibly do.
Right.
You know, like, I would just go completely bananas in an empty world, you know?
Right.
And then, and then probably figure out some spectacular way to, like, end it all.
But without anyone there to witness it, is it just for the experience?
Listen, man, I don't always need an audience.
Says the guy who's been here 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
The quickest email I ever received back from Jason was, hey, do you want to do the show the next night? Immediately, within 3 seconds. Yeah.
Yes. Why? Because I love Chicago. I love these audiences. And you said, help, I need you. I hate Chicago. Chicagoans are the worst. These people are trash and ugly. Please help me. Zooks, I need you. And you know what? My buddy said help. And yeah, you're right, Scott. I very quickly said I would help.
Jason Mantzoukas, oh my God. Remember, if you're confused, they're not saying Bruce, they're booing.
You just got to town today.
We did. Our flight was delayed and had just barely touched ground before we came
really?
over here to the theater. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Cutting it close.
Cutting
I
it.
almost did this show solo. Can you imagine?
I would like to see
Can you
that.
imagine? We're on a plane. So sorry. None of us are making it. Can you imagine if you showed up for Comedy Bang Bang and I was just like, geek, geek, geek. Hello.
I like the idea, by the way, that there's no intro, no theme music. You're just here on stage as they arrive.
Yeah. Geek, geek. Oh.
I'm not sure what the cliques are either.
I don't know.
Is that a walker situation or clique?
It's just really quiet. Geek, geek. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
One-man showtime.
It would be. I'd have to do my one-man show. I'd have to just straight up put my one-man show in.
Yeah. Have you thought about what would it be called? Zooks with an exclamation
Zooks,
point.
there it is. It would probably be called Zooks, there it is. Zooks, comma, there it is, exclamation point.
Zooks, let the dogs out.
Nope, no. Zooks,
No?
there it is, as in Zooks, there it is.
No, I know
And
I know the reference.
I would do, well, it's like 45 minutes of me karaokeing that song and dancing.
Including the long fade out.
No, like the last 10 minutes are a heartbreaking story where I just weep uncontrollably about a breakup I had.
What's the toughest breakup you've ever been through?
Oh boy. What's the toughest well, I mean, I don't think it's I dated someone for 11 years and that breakup was catastrophic for me, just in terms of
Same with me. I dated someone for 10 years, broke up, and then asked her to marry me.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's going great. I mean, it's not good to have a girlfriend when you're married.
Yeah.
So you gotta break it off.
You gotta wrap that shit up.
Yep.
Because you got the wife now.
Yep.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. So a lot of what they call tears running down the old eyes for you.
You really are I feel like at some point we're going to find out that Comedy Bang Bang was an exercise by an alien to figure out what humanity is. And the first clue will be like the discovery that Kulop is a robot.
I'm just asking these probing questions, trying to
get at, and all these interesting people. You're like, well, what's of this? Oh, what's on that? You okay?
What?
Are you like? Why do I feel like you're like you're buffering?
How would you describe sadness?
How would I describe, like, which face would I point to on a chart of sadness?
Sure, if you could diagram your face, how would it
just
go?
like hollow eyes, downturned mouth, sallow, gaunt,
I see it.
Yeah, you see it. Yeah, true sadness.
Yeah.
You get it.
It's right there, yeah.
Yeah, beard.
Beard. Depression beard.
Yeah, sure.
You have one of the greatest depression beards
Absolutely.
in show business.
Thank you so much.
Just one day you broke up with someone.
Kaboom.
Laid down on a couch. 3 months later, you got up.
3 months? No.
6 months later.
Like 6 hours later. I have to shave every 45 minutes.
Really? To get this?
Yes.
Wow.
Don't pick your neighbor's flower, but always poop before you shower. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thanks to the real Andrew Lloyd Webber. Wow, the real Andrew Lloyd Webber. Interesting. I don't know what that means, the real Andrew Lloyd Webber. Assuming there's a fake Andrew Lloyd Webber out there somewhere, I'm not quite sure.
But that's great to know that he's a listener.
Yeah, that's true, and quite scatological, which I wouldn't expect from the writer of Memory, but...
Having just watched Cats for How Did This Get Made, I will say that I believe he would make that poop joke.
Well, were there poop jokes in Cats? I don't recall. I mean,
I think all of Cats is a poop joke.
I think it's just a shitty movie.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it a poop joke necessarily. I mean,
right.
You know, I don't remember ever seeing
turd,
J
is all
Hud just squatting in the middle of the town square.
By the way, I would have watched it.
Yeah, I know you would. That's why you watched it, hoping that would happen.
I was like, ooh, I bet these cats are gonna dump. And then I found out they cut all the buttholes out of it.
Yep, they did. They tore everyone a new beehole.
No, they pasted over and got nobody's beehole. I'm saying on this show, release the butthole cut.
That's right. My special co-host for the show today, you know him from The Dictator. You know him from...
Nothing else.
I'm blanking. I
haven't worked since then.
You pop up in everything, but I can't think of anything you've ever been in.
I don't mind at all. I'm not here to plug my career, Scott. I'm here to exercise our friendship on the airwaves.
That's right. Well, Jason, by the way, this is Jason Mantzoukas. Welcome to the show, Jason Mantzoukas. You know him from, he's the TikTok man, he's the Dink Dink man, the Heynong Man. Please welcome Jason Mantzoukas to the show from John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum.
It means everything to me. TikTok
cast solely based on beard length. Is that true?
Yeah, no, it was an atypical audition because
they just watched your hair grow.
All I had to send was a picture of how big my beard was, and they said, "Get here tomorrow."
A time-lapse video of it just growing.
Yes, and the watch fit my wrist. That was the other. There were three other guys who got the part before me, but they were fat-wristed.
Were these watches, they didn't have other holes in them, or was it a worn out hole that they needed it to?
It was a fit clasp, so it had to lock in place.
Oh, Big Mouth! You were in Big Mouth. I did.
How
hear
about
you in
Big Mouth season 4? Kaboom!
I kept watching Big Mouth, wondering when I was going to show up in it, and you know what? I never did.
Oh, what? Oh no!
They draw me in it, but they never put me in it.
So you were thinking that without having done a voice, you were thinking you would just have maybe show up?
Yeah, I just assumed. I mean, I saw those pictures of me and my friend Paul F. Tompkins and just assumed that maybe I'd be in it this time. But no, it didn't end up happening. But yes, he's in Big Mouth, season 4, currently out, currently streaming on Netflix. Please welcome back to the show special co-host Jason Mantzoukas.
Hey-oh, thrilled to be here. Scott, how are you?
I'm great. We speak every week. We do a week speak.
We do a classic week speak.
We do a classic weekly Zoom and where we talk about comic books with each other, and we don't podcast it to keep it special.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? We spend hours talking to each other about comic books, and you fucks don't even get to hear word one.
Thinking about it now, we should just record it and put it up online.
People would be into it.
Yeah, but then we get personal. We talk about our lives, and we don't need people to hear that.
I don't need people listening to me cry about my loneliness.
He's back in the closet, Jason Mantzoukas, with all of his sweaters. He's just about to go ahead and take that swig. I can vamp and tell you he has a giant mug of something. I'm presuming
64
coffee.
ounces of coffee.
That's right. And I vamped long enough that he is now talking. And Jay, what are your Christmas plans?
Scotty, I've got so many. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays.
Of course. Let's list them. You got New Year's Day.
New Year's
in
Day,
sequential
Boxing
order.
Day.
New Year's Day.
Oh, New Year's Day, Boxing Day, Flag Day.
Wait, Boxing Day is not. That's at the end of the list.
I don't know. I don't know any. I don't know.
So you don't celebrate any holidays from New Year's Day to Boxing Day?
I don't. Zero.
But you said Christmas is one of your favorites.
When is Boxing Day?
I believe it's December 26th.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to abandon the holidays because I don't know when any of them are.
You don't know when they are, yes. Well, those ones that keep changing.
I'll tell you what, I did
Thanksgiving,
just order an artificial Christmas tree.
You're gonna order one? Is that
I
what you
just
said?
ordered one. Or not just, it's
Oh.
about to arrive. So I'm going to have, for the first time in a very long time, because normally I go home to the East Coast to spend Christmas with my family. And so I don't usually have a Christmas tree in my own house here in LA because I'm not here for it. So I've just, for the first time, because I'm going to spend Christmas alone in my home under house arrest, I am going to, COVID house arrest, I'm going to have my own Christmas tree. I'm very excited.
Wow, and I am here for that. That is amazing. What are you going to put on that tree? Do you need any special ornaments? Can I send anything your way?
Yeah, please. I'd love some Comedy Bang Bang. Listen, if listeners want to send Comedy Bang Bang themed ornaments to
We
Scott
need to make
AUKERMAN,
some ornaments. We really do. What would be on a Comedy Bang Bang? I
I
can't even
could
pronounce
see
the name of the show anymore.
comedy blang blang.
Blang?
I feel like you could get like the Comedy Bang Bang mouth insignia.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
I mean, but I mean something weirder, something just.
Oh.
You know, I believe for our sister podcast, we've got to stop talking TMNT on CBB. We have a wonderful new shirt in the stores that says "The future is female," and then it's a picture of Splinter. Just confusing.
Oh boy.
I
You
forget
guys.
why we were talking about that, but we made shirts apparently. But
Amazing.
But would love to get some ornament ideas. Of course, we can't get them into the stores in time for this year. But
you know, this is like a challenge for the next year. Listeners, what would you like to see? What Comedy Bang Bang catchphrases or ideas or bits would you like turned into a Christmas ornament?
We have 53 weeks of lead time at this point for next year. This is when
I think we
start
can.
on it.
I think we can get this going really easily. People
Definitely.
are right now shouting while they're doing their laundry or whatever.
The
Heynong Man, the Christmas ornament.
I want it.
Give me the man ornament. All joking a salad ornament.
You weren't part of that one, I know, but
I wasn't,
and you're
but I know
very
it.
jealous. Jealous much, as they say. Hey, jealousy.
I think a lot of
the
I think a
Gin
lot of
Blossoms
people
once sang. Yes,
Sure,
a lot of people.
It could just tie if you want to make your own Comedy Bang Bang ornament at home, you could
That's
just
copyright infringement. No,
tie some
I will
string,
shut your shit down.
tie some string around a pill and put it on the tree.
Pill. Give me that pill. Do you mean?
Give me that pill. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
I
Any
wasn't part
pills
of
you
that-
have in the house, just
I
tie
wasn't
them around
part
the
of that
string.
one either, but
Make sure to put them up, at least chest high, so your small children can't get to the pills. But everyone is tucked safely in their homes. Hopefully you're in your homes, or perhaps you have to go to work. You're out there in a necessary position. Whatever the case may be, we're here recording the show remotely, but we hope that we can be of service to you in whatever your job or non-job may be here in these tough times here in not only United States, but the world. And that brings me to my second point, which is last week we switched over from being America's podcast to now humanity's podcast. So I want to welcome all humans, not just in North America, South America. I want to extend past whatever hemisphere you happen to be in. I want to extend past our borders and welcome our friends from Europe and Asia and Australia and every human. And if there are humans, perhaps, who have traversed from Earth and are living on other planets and they came up with secret ways of space travel, then hello to you as well. If you're listening to this on a golden record out there in the future and you're not human, this is not for you. This is not for you. If you were an alien, not for you. Just press stop. The opposite of what Aerosmith once said when they said just press play.
The just released Pentagon video of aliens, you think those aliens might have been trying to pick up Comedy Bang Bang episodes, and you want them to know it's not for them.
These were not aliens necessarily. These were unidentified flying objects.
Yes, I'm sorry. I should have been more clear. Yes, the Pentagon, in a move, I can't imagine why right now they would, for some reason, decide to confirm that there is, in fact, unidentified flying objects. That
there are all, I mean, this is a lot like, you know, every musician is out there going through their demos right now. Like Oasis just put out a demo that's been lost for 20 years. It's like everyone is just sitting around the house. The Pentagon is just going through old shit and they see all these videos. They're like, this is the perfect time to put them up.
So you think these are just Pentagon home videos? These guys,
Yes.
this is just like...
These are the Pentagon's funniest home videos as well, which is not
Tom
saying a lot.
Bergeron, get on this.
But they're just unidentified, and I, for one, can identify them. They're planes.
Yeah, or there's something. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, they are
but
something,
I mean,
you're right.
To me, it just seems like, put this out. Let them talk about aliens for a while instead of the fact that everyone's dying.
I mean, what if aliens came down and landed during the quarantine? That would be
By the way,
crazy.
if they have a cure, now is the time.
Now's the time. Hey, we
Now is
welcome
the
all
time
aliens.
Now is the time to colonize this planet. You know how? You arrive, you say, hey, we have the cure for this, except you now have to give us whatever it is they lack.
You have to subjugate yourselves and
you
become
will
our slaves. Great,
you will
great.
we will mine your planet for all of its resources.
Its resources, of course. Yes, yeah. I will bow down to you.
But
you will become my
we have
lord.
the technology. We can solve this COVID.
Please do. Yeah, come on in, aliens. And by the way, we would become not only humanities podcast, but also alien podcast as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Are you willing to reach across the galaxy and
certainly am.
and make this podcast for aliens as well?
I say, if you have a cure, then I will be almost like your court jester. I'll be working exclusively for the benefit of laughter of aliens, however they laugh.
In the kingdom of whatever alien, whatever Jabba the Hutt now takes over for us, whatever criminal or colonial leader, you will just become their podcast jester.
Yes, if they're a Jabba the Hutt, then I'll be. Who was on his shoulder? Was
Salacious
it Screech?
Crumb?
Oh, Salacious Crumb, of course. I thought it was Screech. that was someone different. Although we don't know that Salacious Crumb was not played by Dustin Diamond.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because, you know, like somebody has to voice those characters, and it might have been Double D's himself.
It looks like you're in a closet. You have
Yes.
Now every time I've ever seen you, you've been wearing a white shirt and jeans, and yet it appears, I'm looking in your closet right now, you have more clothes than that.
I do have more clothes. I do have more clothes than that.
This is breaking news.
This is huge news. What you're seeing, though, are like sweaters, right? And the aforementioned jeans. But,
This is like a mid-second act twist.
But all the white shirts.
Full-on corner. Jason just moved his camera around so we could see an entire corner is just filled with white shirts.
All the white shirts.
But, I mean, there are 4 corners in this closet, if I'm not mistaken. Is that true, or are you in a pyramid?
This is a rare octagonal closet. So there
The
are
shape of a stop sign.
There are 8 corners because I want to say, stop. Think about what you're putting on your body.
Just in case there are aliens flying above who want to land on your roof. It's a stop sign.
Who want to peep
them.
what I'm up to? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a stop sign. Yeah.
So how have you been? What have you been doing during the quar?
Buddy, when last we spoke, it was one of the last, you are genuinely one of the last people I saw in person when you, Andy Daly, and myself recorded an episode of Comedy Bang Bang.
Just came out a couple of weeks ago. And
but we had recorded it weeks
maybe
prior.
maybe 6 weeks ago or something
on the
like that.
precipice of, it really was one of the last things I left the house to do.
We were like Thelma and Louise. We were staring at that chasm of quarantine. We were like, should we gun it? And we just took it right over the edge.
Unequivocally, yes, I want off of this thing. And I said, no. No, and so, like, I will say, like, I basically went in the house after that and have barely left. This is wild.
Yeah, I mean, you've left to, you have your weekly volleyball tournament.
Well, it's not a volleyball tournament. Every week for the last 12 years, me and 3 other friends go to Zuma Beach and we recreate the Playing with the Boys beach volleyball sequence from Top Gun.
Right. So you're not competing during this. You're actually
competing.
You're trying to score the exact same points that they did during the movie.
In the same way. We're wearing jeans. We play the song. It's just simply from Top Gun.
Now, I know this is a reference, but I've never seen the film Top Gun. So I don't quite know. They're wearing jeans while they play volleyball?
Yes, on the beach.
Can you explain, by the way, we had a guest on recently who had to explain the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles plot to me. What is essentially the plot of here's what I'm guessing the plot of Top Gun is.
I couldn't tell you
this movie has been around for this movie has been around for 35 years, I think Top Gun has. Here's what and so it's been around, it's been part of the cultural conversation for over 3 decades. Here's what I guess the plot of it is from context clues.
Great.
Tom Cruise likes to fly in a plane and he flies around. Is that the plot?
I mean, that's certainly, you've mentioned some of the salient components of the film, yes.
Which did I get right?
None of that is what we consider plot. You know, and I know you to be a Hollywood writer, and I'm putting that in quotes, because you're showing here a complete fundamental lack of understanding of what plot is.
But what parts did I get right?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, check.
You mentioned many of the specific things that are in the movie.
He likes flying in planes?
He likes flying in planes. In fact,
he
might be one of the best at it.
But does he like it? I'm the best at doing this podcast. I wouldn't necessarily say I like it.
You are not the best at doing this podcast. Yeah, that is with many people have mentioned that.
And so he does? He flies high?
He flies high. So high.
And what songs are in this movie? As far as I know, "Take Your Breath Away," I remember is that where they play?
The Danger Zone.
Highway to the Danger Zone. Do they play volleyball to either of those songs, or is it a totally different song?
No, they play volleyball to Playing with the Boys, the song.
What is Playing with the Boys?
Isn't that the right song? Can somebody pull it up and I don't know, can we play it on the thing right now?
Does Joe Cocker sing that about his testicles?
Could I insert a song? For example, in this is a technical question. Can I currently pull up iTunes or whatever and play the song to everybody?
Yeah, if you press share screen, yeah, you.
Oh, no way I'm sharing screen.
Okay, what do you got on that bad boy?
Don't worry about it, but I'm like, for sure I'm not sharing my screen. Somebody shared their screen on a Zoom I was with the other night, and I went, "That's a lot of open tabs, buddy." And he was like, "Oh shit, and like immediately stopped sharing screen.
Well, Jason, I hope you're keeping safe. I'm glad you're on the show.
I'm keeping very safe. This is my worst nightmare come true. I am most afraid of germs and pandemics and stuff like this, so that the idea that this is a reality is shocking. And
the idea that this would take you down. This is what you've always expected, but you hoped would never happen.
That I always hoped and believed that I was being foolish or naive or narcissistic or self-absorbed, that my great fear would be the thing. And turns out my great fear is the thing. Maybe I summoned it. I don't know.
Perhaps, although I would say you have been someone who has been taking great pains to wash your hands all the time. You're a germaphobe. And yet you and I are on the exact same level right now. We started the pandemic, you had no handicap on me.
Sure.
I've not been, doing things to the extent that you have been doing it, and yet we're at the exact same place.
Totally.
How do you feel about
absolutely.
that?
Absolutely. I mean, I think I recognize that a lot of what I'm doing is for psychological and obsessive reasons, not for practical scientific reasons, Right. Although I will say the frequency with which I normally in pre-pandemic times wash my hands, which is constantly, is a benefit in these times now, especially as things start to open up. Like I'm in the routine of always washing my hands.
I mean, we're all rising to meet you. I'm just saying that it seems like you should have gotten like a free month on the back end of the quarantine where you can go outside and do whatever you want because you have been doing it for so many years, and yet you don't get.
Instead, so fragile from like being so like delicate that I would probably step outside my house and immediately die.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. Please don't immediately die. Although I do believe that eventually you will die.
Yes,
and
I hope genuinely that when it happens, it is immediate. I hope that it is not a lingering, long
So you want to be what? Like, you want there to be some sort of like giant swirling circular buzzsaw blade that just chops off your head, or what? I mean, what exactly do you want?
What world is this that you're imagining?
This is in the world of arcade.
Post COVID, it's going to be just like roaming gangs of like comic book villain characters.
They may have them attached. You know, they cut off their own hands and they attach circular blades in order to defend themselves. But that's how you want to go. You don't want like even just like 5 minutes. Like someone injects you with poison and says, "You have 5 minutes to live, Dink Dink Man," and in 5 minutes you will be dead. You have 5 minutes to like wrap up all of your loose ends, whatever they may be.
Okay, well that I understand. I was more meaning I would not like it to be lingering agony.
By the way, what loose ends do you have? What do you need to take care of?
Oh, loose ends. First up, trim my split ends. That's one of them.
You can't see this, but I'm doing a thumbs down on the camera.
Loose ends. There's people I'm gonna talk to. There's people I gotta say stuff to. There's like I probably still have to like. Let me ask you this: do you have a will?
I do. Yeah, we a few years back. Kulop and I, it's one of those things you kind of have to take care of when you, really at any point. And
sure.
You can do it definitely over there at LegalZoom where life meets legal, which, by the way, it should be where legal meets Zoom. Should it not?
Wait, this Zoom?
No, not the Zoom that we're on, not this call. But you have to like figure out exactly.
Wait, did you really do it through LegalZoom, or are you kidding about that?
You can do it through LegalZoom, and they're one of our wonderful sponsors, and it's something that everyone should do and take care of.
I set up my will through bonobos.
You did. So you're just what? Are you willing all of your white shirts to people,
yes,
or what?
So I'm just sending pants through the mail to my loved ones.
Oh God!
Well, wow. This is, how exciting. Look at it. Look at us now.
Look at us now. We are doing it. We're making it work.
So
we're making it happen.
If we had said all those years ago in that first Earwolf studio,
remember it?
During a plane break.
Right next to the dispensary.
If we'd said to each other, someday we're going to be doing these episodes from our homes in a closet, covered in blankets. This is life, baby.
I would say, what happened? Did the business fall through? No, actually, did pretty well. Just we're in
this
closets.
Show is still incredibly successful, but we are very trapped in how we do it.
But what I enjoy about doing these shows, Jason, as well, is I get a glimpse into people's closets, and I'm taking a look at all those sweaters and T-shirts.
All of the folded clothes, all of the folded shirts.
The sweater's as warm and fuzzy as your beard.
I've started knitting with my beard. Very exciting. I'm making a hair shirt.
I wouldn't be surprised if you knitted that beard.
You know what? I thank you. That means it must look really good and it must feel like homemade. It is a homemade beard.
It is a homemade beard. As listeners know, Jason Mantzoukas is just a character that you've played on this podcast for the last 10, 11 years. Your
and
real
in
name
my life.
And in your life. Your real name is Jeffrey Character Wheaties.
Yep.
You're a nice, normal guy who puts on a fake beard anytime that he has to go out in public and puts on a brash, brazen attitude.
Yep.
On
I
shows
don't
like
have this kind of raspy voice. This is all, I took a character class. I took a series of character classes and developed this character.
It really stuck with you, too. I mean, a lot of people take those character classes and they go, okay, I'll use these on stage.
Sometimes you find those externals that really help you find your voice. And
this is a decades-long prank, essentially, that you've been playing on the public.
Yeah, totally. It's you know what? I'm having a great time inside of it. It's exciting. It's exciting to be part of a living performance.
Do you have sex mainly as Jason Mantzoukas or as Jeffrey Character Wheaties?
Here's what I'll
Is it
say.
upon request?
I can only answer as Jason Mantzoukas because that's the only person I can. That's the person who's talking right now.
Right, I see.
So I have sex as Jason Mantzoukas. Jeffrey Character-Wheaties, when he has sex, is having sex as Jeffrey Character-Wheaties.
Well, Jeffrey Character-Wheaties makes love.
Yes, exactly. Is the title of his R&B album.
Jeffrey Character-Wheaties makes love. Now that would be something if you separately, in addition to the Jason Mantzoukas projects, put out stuff under your real name.
Jeffrey Character-Wheaties loves singing. Flipping through those Johnnies
not a
because
song.
we're back. Men in their 40s talking about pop culture.
Solly, get your adverbs here.
No,
Listener recap with Scott AUKERMAN.
ZapStraightToIt.com.
With Scott AUKERMAN.
Boom.
Watching the magic of audio podcasting. ZapToIt.com. Watch the videos of us doing everything we're doing.
Heard it through the grapevine. Zooks, there it is.
You hate it. And you
Love
refuse to
singing.
do
I
it.
hate
But
it.
maybe
I
it's
hate
because Jeffrey Character-Wheaties loves it so
It's
much.
part. You know what? When you build a character, you try and put yourself as far away from where you live.
Of course.
So I have created a character who hates the thing I love the most: music and singing and musical theater.
Also up in your closet is a picture of a skeleton. Look, I'll be honest with you.
It's spooky. It's October, baby.
Not anymore, but I will say I will say that we have run out of things to talk about. We've been in our houses for months. I'm now talking about the pictures that are up behind you. I mean, there's nothing to I can't say, "Hey, what'd you do last night?" There's nothing to talk about.
Well, here's what I'll say. I mean, I'll take it down. It is. I will say. I know we're joking around. It is a bummer. It's a bummer that we've been trapped in the house for so long. It's a bummer to have been stuck at home in isolation for 7.5 months. The fact that you and I haven't even hung out to do something that we can talk about together.
Yeah, remember a couple of weeks ago we did this. Let's talk about it on the podcast. We're just sitting here. I'm pointing out particulars in your closet, and that's all we have to talk about.
It really is. It's very sad to not be sharing experiences with my best bro, and I want to know, how are you? What's going on?
Let us turn to the past instead of the present.
Oh,
and let's talk
interesting.
about things that have happened to you in the past as Jeffrey Character-Wheaties.
Oh God!
Let's just talk about previous things that have happened to you. What's the saddest you've ever been?
What's the saddest I've ever been?
Sure. This is a good interview question, right?
Oh man, I mean, I don't know what's the saddest I've ever been. That's a great question.
Where you were just pounding the floor saying, "I can't do it anymore."
I mean, there've been plenty of times when I've been very sad. I mean, I'm trying to think when there's obvious moments, like when my dog died. It was heartbreaking. I held my dog in my arms while she died. That was very sad. There were very sad, scary things that are parental health scares and things like that are scary and sad.
Let's steer it back towards the dog dying, because that's too grim.
Well, listen, you asked me what's the saddest you've ever been. I'm earnestly trying to explore it, and my demonstrating emotion is making you uncomfortable.
Let's take it back to
take it back to the skeleton in your closet. Ooh, what's that poster?
What is your earliest memory, Jason Mantzoukas?
Here's what I'll say. I don't remember much. I don't remember. I have a in my family and so forth. I have a famously bad memory for things. They'll all remember some shared experience all did.
Let's go backwards in time and I'll check with you to see if you remember it. Okay? Do you remember the start of the pandemic?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. It was December 2019.
Okay.
That's when I started hearing it. That's when I started locking
from Wuhan.
Down. Yeah.
Now let's go back a little further. Do you remember President Obama's inauguration?
I do. I was there.
You were there.
I went to Barack Obama's inauguration.
Where were you in the front row? Can you be seen on?
I was in the front
pictures?
row. screaming,
Barry!
Barry, it's
You
me,
fucking
Jason!
did it, bro!
You did it, Barry!
Okay, so let's go backward from there. Do you remember 9/11?
Yes, of course. I was living in New York City on the day. I took the subway underneath the events as they were happening. I got out to go to my job and turned on the radio, and it was on. You know,
did you hear anything from the subway? Did you hear any loud noise? Or
I
anything
heard
like
nothing.
That?
I heard nothing because it was still very like when I got out of the subway, I turned on Howard Stern and he said, we're getting reports now that a plane has flown into this was still when they thought it was like a small, like a
before
private,
they knew it was a controlled demolition.
And before they knew it was like a jet, like an enormous plane, like a passenger plane that had flown. They first thought that it was like a hobbyist plane, like a small, like a propeller plane or something.
Right. All right. Enough about that. Let's go even further back. Do you
I
remember?
don't understand this model of show.
Well, because
we're very
I'm trying to get
good friends.
I'm trying to get to your earliest memory. Do you remember
we could have a conversation, but you're doing something weird. Okay, go ahead.
Do you remember your high school graduation?
Yes. I spoke at my high school graduation.
You spoke. What did you say?
I gave one of the talks. I don't know. It was
why was Jeffrey Character-Wheaties invited to speak?
Oh, because I was a class officer. All the class officers spoke.
What? I don't know that we had class officers. What?
I was class
I see.
treasurer
in student body. I see.
Student body. Oh, sorry. We called it class officers.
How strange that they would let anyone who just ran for a thing speak at graduate. Well, what'd you talk about? The money that you saved?
Everybody had like a part to play. I spoke a little and then introduced somebody else. It wasn't a big to do.
Okay. Do you remember your first day of kindergarten?
No.
You don't?
Not at all.
Okay, so it's somewhere in between your first day at school and your last day at school.
Okay.
Somewhere in between there is your earliest memory.
I love that you've decided that it's a school-based metric, but okay, why not?
Somewhere in there. Well, do you remember anything before school?
No, I don't really. I'm trying to think. I kind of remember school, and then I remember I remember mostly the 9 months that I lived in my mother's womb, and then
wait,
I don't remember anything.
Back up. I
don't remember anything until
Jeffrey.
like 7th grade dance.
Jeffrey, you remember?
Wait, you're talking to Jeffrey, or you? I'm talking to Jay. I'm only speaking as Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh, wait. So Jason Mantzoukas remembers being in the womb and then doesn't remember anything until high school graduation?
Yes.
So you took this, Jeffrey, I'm sorry, Jeffrey Character-Wheaties.
Oh, boy.
Took this character class in high school, created...
I don't think that's canon, but I think I'm pretty sure we might have said it was a groundlings class.
Well, sure, it was one can take a Groundlings class in high school.
I could have. Jeffrey, who knows? Jeffrey Character-Wheaties, yes, possibly. You know, I don't have a lot of access to Jeffrey's memories right now.
Yeah, but what I find odd is that Jason Mantzoukas, this character that Jeffrey created, remembers being in the womb. Why?
Yeah, because
it was
the last time. It was the last time he got some time to himself.
Okay, in his favorite place.
In his favorite place.
Wombs in general, not.
Oh yeah,
not your mother's.
And
in
listen,
particular.
I'm talking about a womb with a view, baby.
A view. Yeah, that's a small window you got in there.
It really is, and you really got to focus on it.
And once you are looking through it, you're pretty much. You've been pretty much evicted.
Oh, God.
Well, Jason, it's always great to have you on the show. You have strong co-host energy. I need you in my corner. I know you're in the corner of your closet, your sweater corner, but I need you in my corner today because I need you backing me up. Because we have a couple of important guests coming up.
Always here for you. I am as always, your right-hand man.
You sit at my right hand, which I appreciate. Yes.
I serve at the pleasure of the host.
Why is it that the right-hand man is the most important? Is it because people are normally right-handed? I can't recall exactly what the reason for that is.
I mean, I think probably because people are mostly right-handed, referring to someone as your right-hand man, it would be like the most trusted
I'm going to need
advisor.
some information on this, Kevin. I'm going to need you to send that through on the chat, and we will, of course, the second... I don't need to hear your guesses, Jason. I want to hear actual information. The second I receive that information, we will pause everything.
Impossible in quarantine as a host. Really, just like I'm talking to Kevin like that. Like it real, just like
Kevin appreciates it. Okay. Here's the chat. Kevin says, "What was the question?" Kevin, always nice to know you're listening intently. The question is, why do they say right-hand man?
What is the origin of referring to someone
of
as a right-hand man?
And as soon as we get that information, we will pause everything. But before we do that,
what are you binging, Scotty? What are you binging?
Enough. We need to bring on our guest.
What?
Enough.
Scotty,
enough of this.
Everybody wants to know, what are you binging?
Of course, I don't.
What are you purging?
I of course purge watch, which means I watched The Purge, the first movie, and I did that once, and it was great.
That's so cool. I feel like teetering dangerously on the edge of a purge.
We certainly are. I mean, of course, the riots may be going on as you listen to this. We will find out soon. But we need to get to our...
we have an answer.
This information came in. Right-hand man is a military reference to a commander on the right, but it is predated by the use of right hand, a chief assistant or indispensable helper. The superiority of the right hand is cultural, right-handedness being the norm. Norm!
Okay.
Cheers. Anytime I hear people talking about politics and they talk about shattering norms, how does that make George Wendt feel?
Probably threatened. He probably feels threatened.
Shattered norms.
And
it's like shattered glass. What was that guy's name? David Glass?
How do you think Philip
something?
Glass feels about that?
Oh, my gosh. Well, we don't have time to get into that. We do need to get to our first guest,
Ira
Jason.
Glass, you know.
True enough. I mean,
any of the Glasses.
The Glass family. Are they all related?
George Glass, Jan's fake boyfriend from the Brady Bunch.
Oh, yeah, George Glass. Of course. My boyfriend, George Glass.
George Glass.
What? Did she look at a glass?
She looked at a glass on the side table.
Classic. I love it.
It's like, it's pretty amazing.
George Glass. Is that one of the first examples of that? By the way, one of the best ones is in the movie The Wrong Guy by Dave Foley. That's
okay.
So good. Where he says his name is Jones. And then they say, "What's your first name?" And he looks around the room and he sees a package of like Chris's enema bags, and he says, "Enema Bag Jones." So good. Anyway, I may be butchering that, but speaking of butchers, Sam the Butcher from Brady Bunch.
He's bringing Alice the meat.
He certainly is. Beastie Boys. Would it surprise you to know that today is Easter Monday?
That does surprise me. Yes.
Yes, I was surprised that there is a thing that is Easter Monday.
Oh,
I don't know whether...
I'm sorry. I didn't even know Easter Monday was a thing. I thought you were just mentioning it's the Monday after Easter. I didn't know. It
popped up on my calendar, and I think I have a setting on my calendar of like list all holidays, and Easter Monday is today, which makes me believe it's a post office holiday, maybe just more of a federal kind of thing. But
so it doesn't connote, there isn't like a religious component of Easter.
I don't know. I mean, what happened?
Monday.
Yeah, what happened the day after he pushed that stone aside and was like, "I'm back, baby"? Was he like chilling on Monday? Like, okay, now it's time for some Netflix and chill. Hey, of course, I mean, Stone Age Netflix or Bible Netflix.
Are you sure he said, "I'm back, baby"? I thought he said, "Somebody stop me."
And they're like, "Do we need to crucify this guy again?" I mean,
because I think you're confusing it, because I do know that when he was on the cross, he did say, "I'll be back."
He truly did. And that was the first time that he'd ever said it, and it was funny. And then he kind of ran it into the ground after that.
Yeah.
But how many days was it that he was outside of that cave, and then until he like floated up into the sky?
Well, they put him in the cave. They put a rock over it, and then 3 days later they pushed
a ring on it.
They put a ring on it. Yeah.
And then 3 days later, on Sunday,
they opened it up, and he was gone.
Died on a Friday. I feel like this is Solomon Grundy. Died on a Friday, rose on a Sunday. On Monday, he hung out.
Yeah.
With his
on
buds.
Monday, I think he broke down. I think it might have been a Bro Down Hoedown.
It certainly may be, which we, you and I definitely have to do. I think this may be a Bro Down Hoedown.
I mean, so far it's basically a Bro Down. The only things we haven't talked about, which we always threaten to, is comics. And
we can't talk about comics, though. We don't have time to do that. No one wants to hear us talk about comic books in a weekly show.
We'll save it for our episode of We Talking CBs to CBB Pals CBs.
Well, Jason, it's always great to have you, especially on a holiday like this one. And April is among us, certainly. And
April is among us.
And March is in the rear view, of course. And we no longer have to worry about that. Are you excited for the world to open back up? It seems like we're on the cusp of
I am
things.
Cautiously optimistic. I think on one of our last in-person activities was an episode of Comedy Bang Bang. I
believe it was. That was episode 650, I believe, which we
inside the Earwolf studios.
Yes, which we taped mere days before lockdown.
And I was consumed with the fact that we were going into lockdown.
And we didn't believe you. We were like, Jason, you hypochondriac.
Yep. You guys mocked me, and I was like, just you wait, you'll see. And I tapped my fingertips together, and
we mocked your physical appearance, too, more than just what you were saying. We were like, we sort of got Lorenzo Lamas with you. We got like a laser pointer, and we were like pointing out parts of your body that we didn't like.
Is that a thing?
There was a reality show where Lorenzo Lamas, like, people stripped, I think it was Hot or Not, baby, where people stripped down to their underwear, and then the judges would like have laser pointers, and Lorenzo Lamas was one, and he would point out parts of their body which were too fat or too weird shaped or something.
Got it.
Why are you on eBay right now looking for old episodes?
Okay, and wait, you said Hot or Not? Okay, great. There is a Hot or Not laser pointer. I just ordered it. Buy it now.
Great.
Anyway, I can't remember what we were just saying.
We were talking about the world opening up. What's the first thing you're going to do?
I think, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be, much as I was very conservative about, I think we're going to go into a very long lockdown, I'm still pretty conservative about how we're going to open up. I still think, they just found a new mutant variant. They just found a new mutant. Sunspot and Wolf's Bane and Cannonball are going to check it out.
Oh, wow.
Bill Sienkiewicz is working on the character design right now. This is Comic Talk.
That's right. Of course, we can't do this. We cannot continue with this.
No
one wants to hear that from us.
We're not talking about the Demon Bear saga.
No, why would we? That's not what people want to listen to.
But I think I think re-entry is going to be slow. I think even though things are now open, I'm not going to go to the movies yet. I'm not going to go nuts. I don't feel like there's still.
You're not going to crazy go nuts, of course.
I'm not going to go crazy go nuts. There's still lots of people who aren't vaccinated. The virus is still going to circulate. Even if you have been vaccinated, you can still get it. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So what I'm excited to do is sit in like the backyard once.
You can do that now.
Yeah, I don't like to.
Wait, you don't like sitting in the backyard, but you're looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to sitting in the backyard. No, I don't like to. I wouldn't do it right now. I mean,
you sitting in your
friends.
With friends. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
I was making the joke that I wasn't letting you finish. And
I see. One of your classic.
I'm
jokes.
looking forward to this. Being over and you understanding things that I'm saying.
I'm looking forward to this being over, i.e. life.
Well, we only have a short time on this planet. Tomorrow is not promised.
A tiny speck on this
comparatively, when you look at, I don't know, clouds or whatever. No, clouds last far shorter than we do, right? Well, you could be a cloud, so,
You could? Is that an option?
You could be a cloud.
If being a cloud an option?
Talking about cumulus nimbus, you might be a cloud.
Oh my God. That is I know I say this a lot, privately and publicly, you need to get back to stand-up.
I really
You
do.
need to re-engage.
This, by the way, Jason and I talk every single week on a Zoom, and this is us like
This is
running out of things to say.
This is just it. Unless, really.
This is what it is every week. But
This is what it is. It's just tormenting.
And no
each
one
other.
wants to hear these weekly Zooms we have, so we're not even going to put those
especially
out.
not if we're talking about like Hellboy or Invincible
Of course
or
not.
Moon Knight or any of that.
But I will say, Jason, you were the person who, when all of this first started happening, and you were one of the last episodes to taped in the studio, number 650, which I believe had Dalton Wilcox and August Lint and and I shouldn't say his name. I retract that. But you were. I was sort of the opinion of like, what do you think this will be like?
Devin, can you bleep out that name in the edit, please?
Yeah, we can't say of course.
Oh, bleep it there too.
Can't do that.
So just keep bleeping it.
We'll just keep bleeping it. Otherwise, he'll show up. But you, I said,
are you still working on that song? Keep bleeping it.
Keep bleeping it. It's all about a song where there's a lot of curse words, and I'm
but you want to make sure the engineer knows.
Please keep bleeping it.
Please. I know what I'm saying is egregious, so I'm going to need you to keep bleeping it.
We have no plans to release the unbleeped cut, so please keep bleeping it.
The chorus is keep bleeping it.
But you were, I said, what do you think this will be? Like 6 weeks, 2 months we're back in, and you were one of the only people I knew who was like, oh no, this is going to be like, we're in for a year, at least. And so you were one of the people that made me take this seriously and sort of mentally prepare to hunker down.
And look, and it's been now more than a year. It's crazy.
More than a year.
But I do think, and I don't want to sound like a real downer, because I do actually genuinely believe we are the worst, is barring some kind of outrageous thing that we just don't see coming. I do think we're on the other side of it. I think the worst is behind us. There is actionable light at the end of the tunnel.
It would have to be something truly nutrageous to happen.
Yes. Yep. You know, I listen to the news, or I turn on the news every day just expecting them to say something nutrageous has arrived. And, while they snack on that candy bar telling us about...
First news anchor to substitute the word nutrageous for outrageous wins, as far as I'm concerned.
What do they win, though? Tell them what they win, Scotty.
I'm not quite sure. Let's see. We've given away... memberships for life to CISO on this show before.
That's smart.
CISO's life, not your life. Well, Jason, it's wonderful to have you on this show.
Release the CISO cut.
Seriously, release all the CISO shows. That's actually a hashtag.
That is actually a hashtag.
I would love to get going. Jason, it's wonderful to have you on the show.
Thank you, Scott, for having me. Goodbye.
That's all from the Heynong Men. Who knows when they'll play again? Scott and Jace on Comedy Bang Bang, like Olivier and Danny Kaye, but admittedly slightly less gay. It's Jason and Scott on Comedy Bang Bang. Jason's sure not a singer, but number one with a zingers. Scott as well is funny as hell and brings out the best in everyone. The actor and the clown will never let you down. They share the crown on a Bro Down Hoedown. I could listen all of the day to Zooks and Scotty A. You'll never frown at a Bro Down Hoedown. If Scott should happen to pass, his job goes to Mantzoukas. Until then, it's these men on a Bro Down Hoedown. They're a couple of sweeties. And how's that character Wheaties? Dress jeans, press shirt, fake beard. He's really impeccable. Zooks and Scotty. It's comedy chemistry. I couldn't laugh any harder or I'd be sick. They're oh so quick. Give them a tick. Scott, please don't die. We want no other guy with Zooks on a Bro Down Hoedown. Heynong Man.
Jason, why do you hate me?
Oh, I love you.
I don't know.